Welcome back to Bond STX. This is the recap video for plays of the week 3. So before I get started, I wanted to talk about risk management and money management. And one of the things I try to do is make sure that I only risk what I can afford to lose. And so typically that rounds out to be around 4 to 5% is what I risk to make, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5% on the flip side. So risk management is very important, and it's very important to understand, again, as I mentioned before in a previous recap video, you want to go into the market with a game plan. You want to understand what your options are, what your opportunities are. You want to simply go into the market and try to get the most out of it. And if you don't go into the market with a game plan, you're risking a whole lot, and you can risk money that you may not need to risk, and you could also end up losing out pretty big. And so it's very important to go in with a game plan. Here's where I'm willing. This is the loss I'm willing to accept in order to get a return of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5%, whatever that goal is. So for me, I'm risking 5% with a goal to get 1% or greater in most cases. So moving on to the recaps. And so you see 7.6%, pretty decent week. There's a lot of I would say turn of events come Thursday and Friday on the market. Everything really tanked hard. And so it was tough to really get into the market at a great time because of that issue. So a lot of stocks came down in price, and I pulled that out in the last plays of the week in week 3 that I called out that there were quite a few stocks moving trending very strongly, and didn't see anything on the charts that felt like they would continue that way, and a lot of them did not. And so let's start with Discovery. I noticed that Discovery felt like it was going to continue to go up. It did a little, but I didn't capture it at the point where it did go up. I held on a little long, so I bought in at my price, got in at $28, what I called out last week. So it continued down. I held a little long, sold out at the bottom of the last manipulation bar. And so negative 0.8%. So again, it was a short week. So we knew coming into the week that it's going to be hot and heavy Tuesday, Wednesday. Most cases, that's what happens on a short week. The market's flooded with a lot of manipulation just to attract buyers to come in and buy and purchase at those prices, and then they pull out, leaving you in a lot of cases stuck with the bag. And so important to, like I said, understand in short weeks that is something that typically happens. Spirit Airlines definitely had a mark on my radar last week. So I had a purchase price of $22.81. It did come down to my price. Swung trade, sold at the EMA, crossed down from the teal EMA to the green. So 4.7% gain. So called out Spirit Airlines because it did have a lot of opportunity moving up. If you can remember, it had just opened up on the MACD. So it was showing a lot of potential to make some profits in a short week. So that's the reason I called that one out. Ended up turning out to be a good one. The next one is US Steel. US Steel called out 24.66. It did come down to my price. Sold at the EMA, crossed down to teal to blue. So US Steel is another company that had a great pattern. I projected the pattern would continue up in the short week, and it did not. It pulled back down and lost 2.1%. So not a great trade on that one, but again, minimize my loss by coming in with a plan to, don't risk more than 4%, 4 to 5%. So Alibaba was another long shot one. Daz didn't agree with this one last week, but I saw some opportunities here. And so purchased at 128.13, did come down to my price finally. Actually fell down to true value 5 times. I mean, over and over and over again. So it held support there. That's what that means. When it comes down to a certain price multiple times, it's holding support, meaning there's belief that this is worth more than 128.13. So swing traded that, sold at the EMA, crossed down, teal to green the next morning, got out with $134.33 with a 4.8% gain. So great opportunity there again. And so you see that on the charts as Alibaba was beginning to open up and show some change of momentum, change of direction. So great opportunity. And so we want to strike when we can. So TSRI didn't come down to my price. It came down to true value or below 4 times, but I actually called out TSRI as $10.46. So it didn't come down that low. I believe it came down to around $10.90, $1.92 is about as close as it came. And so again, you're not going to get everyone, you're not going to capture everyone. So it's okay if you miss. And so that's what I did. I'm not going to reach for stocks. I'm not going to force my way into the market. I wanted to come down to a price that I feel like it's worth, where I can turn around and make some money. And so that's what happened. I missed on that one, and that's okay. And TSRI is still trending in a good direction. So it's a strong sign of a stock's continuing in a good direction. Is it did not come down to a lower price. It continued, held strong, and kept going. Moving on to the next one, NICL. So NICL was another one that's been on my radar for a little while. I had my purchase price at $9.90. So it came down to $9.90, popped back up to around $10.15, $10.20, got out at $10, so got my 1% that I was expecting. Because I felt like there was a little bit more I could get out of NICL, but I had a great feeling that it was going to continue down. And it did. And so sold out quickly, got a small gain. I think it actually came all the way down to $7.98 at the end of the week. Again, everything tanked pretty hard Thursday and Friday. And so that's just part of the market. And so that's one thing that, again, you got to have a game plan going into it. You got to keep your expectations quite reasonable. Not trying to hit home runs. Just want to get on base every week. Just want to get on base. And the more you get on base, the more you score. The more you try to hit home runs, the more you're going to strike out. You're not going to score week to week to week. So this is about a consistent week to week to week percentage gain over and over and over. Dollar General showed up at $224.71 at true value. Dollar General was a tough one to call out last week. I did see an opportunity there, and so I called it out at a $212.53 purchase price. So it came down to my price eventually. I sold out at $2.21, $221.20 for a 4.1% gain. So sold out Thursday at a teal green and SMA crossed down. So it crossed all three at the same time, which is a sign that it was going to continue down. So great opportunity to get out, especially knowing that I bought in at a really, really good price. To me, really good price on sale. And so if the true value is $224, I'm getting in at $212. That's really good. So I got out at $221 and again made a good 4.1% gain there. And last but not least, Delta Airlines. Delta was one that I called out, looked like it was going to continue to cross through, I believe the SMA actually got rejected by the SMA. And so my purchase price was $40.29 is what I called out. So I bought on the second hit at true value, came down to true value. Didn't see an opportunity there because I didn't like what I was seeing on the charts. Came back down to my true value and hit the resistance. And so got caught on a volcano and sold out at a loss. So when it came back to 40.29, I bought in there. So it looks like I saw what I thought was a support, pulled back down. Again, it got resisted by that SMA. I was hoping it'd break through, but it did not. So came back down, risked as much as I could, $38.64 where I got out. So overall, 7.6%. Still has some more opportunities. I could have made a little bit more this week, but I'm not going to, get too, worried about a 7.6% week. It's still a really good week. On a tough week, to say the least. It was really important to get in as early as you could. And so Tuesday and Wednesday was the best days. Obviously, Thursday and Friday. Some opportunities came up Thursday and Friday, actually, to buy low, not on any of these stocks, to hold over the weekend to sell next week. So, again, great opportunity. So looking at the year total so far in 3 weeks, I'm looking at a 32.7% return on investment. So not bad. Again, every week won't be a home run week. Some weeks will be low. I kept my expectations fairly low for a short week. And so I did pretty much what I expected I would get. Very, very challenging, always challenging on a short week. But again, nonetheless, when we see opportunities, we strike. And that's the whole point of the market. And that's why I'm a big believer in investing in the stock market. So I've been doing this for a couple years, or a few years now, going on 3.5, 4 years. So getting very, very, very used to the market cycles, as I like to say. So again, stay tuned for some more episodes of recap videos. Got some plays of the week coming out for week 4, and stay tuned for more. Thank you for having me.